بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توغا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد. We talked about Surat al-Hamd and we came to ayah Iyyaka na'budu wa Iyyaka nasta'een. You alone do we worship and you alone do we seek help from. Ihdina Surat al-Mustaqim, guide us on the right path. And this Surat al-Mustaqim also was mentioned from the ayat of Quran. It is the path of Rasulullah. It says it's the path of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. In Quran, in another ayah says, Inna Rabbi ala siratim mustaqim. Indeed, my Lord is on the right path. Or in Surat Yasin, that says that Innaka laminal mursaleen, that you, the Prophet, are on the right path. Ala siratim mustaqim. Innaka laminal mursaleen. Indeed, you are the messenger and on the right path. Or elsewhere it says the path of worship is the path of the right path. وَأَنِ اعْبُدُونِي هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ, and that you worship me, that worship is the right path. So وَمَنْ يَعْتَصِمْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ هُدِيَ إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. And elsewhere it says that you relying upon Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, having tawakkul in Him, is the right path. It's the Sirat Mustaqim. So this was a little bit about Sirat al-Mustaqim. Now when we look into the riwayat, regarding Sirat al-Mustaqim, says Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim فَذَلِكَ الطَّرِيقُ الْوَاضِحُ. Says that Amir al-Mu'mineen says that Sirat al-Mustaqim, it's the clear path. مَنْ عَمِلَ فِي الدُّنْيَا عَمَلًا صَالِحًا فَإِنَّهُ يَسْلُكُ عَلَى الصِّرَاطِ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ. Whosoever does good in this dunya, Allah will put him on the sirat towards the heaven. So Sirat al-Mustaqim means doing good, the path of that takes you to the heaven. In another quote, Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam says that at-tariqu wal ma'rifatul imam wa ma'rifatul imam. Sirat al-Mustaqim, it's the path, it's the way towards knowing the Imam alayhi salam. Elsewhere, Rasulullah, he says, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim means Deenullah, alladhi nazzala Jibreel ala Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Says that Sirat al-Mustaqim, it's that deen which Jibreel brought forth upon Rasulullah. So, Imam al-Sadiq further says, Wallah nahnu Sirat al-Mustaqim. We are the Sirat al-Mustaqim. Or likewise, Imam al-Sajjad, he also says, Nahnu abwabullah wa nahnu siratul mustaqim. We are the doors of Allah and we are the siratul mustaqim. So, siratul mustaqim is Amirul Mu'mineen. Siratul mustaqim are the Ahlul Bayt. Siratul mustaqim is the path of worship. Siratul mustaqim is the path that of guidance and goodness which takes you to the Jannah. All these are the different applicables that we have for Sirat al-Mustaqim in the Holy Quran and Riwayat. Now, elsewhere in the khutbah that we have for Rasulullah on the Ghadir, he says, Ma'ashir al-Nas, O people, Ana Siratullah al-Mustaqim. I am the Sirat, the path of Allah that is Mustaqim. And then says, Alladhi amarakum bi'ittiba'i, that you have been instructed and commanded to be obedient to. After me also, it's going to be my sons that you be obedient to. That is that Sirat al-Mustaqim. Who are my sons? The A'imma, the guided, the rightfully guided Imams. They are the Imams. So whosoever is with the Imams is on the Sirat al-Mustaqim. And there is a poem in Farsi, they say that Namaz bi velaya u ibadatis bi wuzu be munkir Ali begu namaz khud qaza konad. And in namaz without the velayat of Amirul Mu'mineen, it's like namaz without wuzu. Now those who are the munkireen of Amirul Mu'mineen, to them go say that your prayers, you need to redo all of them. It's like prayers without wuzu. So prayers without the wilayat of Amirul Mu'mineen are prayers without wuzu, need to be redone. So that was regarding Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Now the next ayah is Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim. Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim. It means the path of those who you have blessed. An'amta alayhim, who you have blessed. Now what path is that? Sirat of those who you have blessed. There we see in Quran that An'amta alayhim has been mentioned in different contexts. This is Sirat al-Ladhina An'amta alayhim ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim waladdallin, the path of those whom you have blessed, not the path of those who you have incurred your wrath, nor those who are astray. So what is that path? An'amallahu alayhim, the path of which Allah has blessed. It's the path that Allah has blessed, meaning what? An'ama means His ni'mat is on there. It's the path of Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada and Salihin. This again is from another ayah of Quran. Allah says, An'amallahu alayhim. Allah has special favors and blessings upon some. Who are they? Says Nabiyyin, the prophets, the Siddiqeen, Shuhada and Salihin. So when I say Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Ladhi, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim. An'amta alayhim, it's the path of the prophets that has been mentioned. So giving importance to the path of these exalted, it's being on the right path. So reminding ourselves continuously, acquainting ourselves with the Anbiya, with the Shuhada, with the Siddiqeen, with the Salihin, protects us from all dangers of deviation. So after this, we request the Almighty Allah to not place us on the path of those whom His wrath is, or those who are astray. Who are they? Maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Maghdubi alayhim, Allah's wrath is upon them. Waladdallin, they are those who are astray. So again, we ask Allah in this surah towards the end of it, which is a dua that keep us away from that path that is astray and of those who are on whom is His wrath and ghazab. So people like Fir'aun, Qarun, Abu Lahab, and nations like Ad, Samud, Bani Israel are introduced and mentioned as Maghdub alayhim. Upon them is the wrath of Allah. Now, An'amta alayhim is the blessing of guidance. As all other blessings apart from guidance, Kuffar and Mushrikeen also they had. That what the Kuffar and Mushrikeen did not have is this An'amta alayhim. An'amta alayhim, it's the blessing of Wilaya, blessing of Imamat, which the Mushrikeen and Kuffar did not have. So Maghzub alayhim, it's the nation of Ad, Samud and Bani Israel, and people like Fir'aun and Qarun, Abu Lahab, that has been mentioned. So Bani Israel, their life, their civilization has been mentioned in Quran. They were at one time superior in their nation. Ya Bani Israel, uzkuru ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum anni faddaltukum ala al-alamin. At one time Allah had excelled them. Allah had given them all those favors. I made you excel the nation. But they, due to their misconduct, incurred the wrath of Allah. That is, ba'u bi ghadabin min Allah. Another ayah says, they bought the wrath of Allah. And abasement and humiliation were given to them, and they became deserving of the ghadab and the wrath of Allah. So here when we say, and ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim, it is the Bani Israel also. Waladdallin, it's all those who are astray and lost. So another thing that these Bani Israel they used to do is that they used to distort the divine teachings of Torah. Even today they continue to do that. Yuharrifun al-kalim. Yuharrifun al-kalim means misplacing and changing the place of the words of the divine teachings. So there are those who alter the words from their places, that is yuharrifun al-kalim. The other thing, the reason why they have been among those on whom the ghazab of Allah is on them, it's because akhzihim or riba, the businessmen, they switched to consuming haram, jewelry and lavishness. That is one of the other reasons. And the nation at large, they stood against the divine invitation, against fight and struggle due to fear and laziness. They refrained from entering into the sacred land. So فَأَذْهَبْ أَنْتَ وَرَبُّكَ فَقَاتِلَا إِنَّا هُنَا قَاعِدُونَ. And when Prophet Musa alayhi salam, he comes and invites them, they say, you Musa, you and your Lord go and fight, we are sitting here. So they did not enter the sacred land. So all these were the reasons why مَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ, the ghadab of Allah has been upon them. So in every prayer we ask Allah to not be enlisted among al-maghdub alayhim, those who distorted, those astray, those who leave behind haqq and progress towards batil, those who exaggerate and are extremist in their beliefs or follow their own or desires and temptations of others. So that is regarding غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. So dhalleen in the Holy Quran, dhalalat also has been mentioned 200 times. Dhalleen in this surah has been mentioned. Sometimes it's used to in the meaning of tahayyur, means that unrecognized. وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى, that Allah, He found you lost and unrecognized. So there, over there, it's not misled, it's not deviated, no, lost and unrecognized. So all these different meanings of dhalal have been mentioned. So over here what we understand is غَيْرَ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, that I don't want to be on the path of those who are misled and the path of those upon whom is your wrath and punishment. وَسُبْحَانَ رَبِّكَ رَبِّ الْعِزَّةِ عَمَّا يَصِفُونَ وَسَلَامٌ عَلَى الْمُرْسَلِينَ وَالْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ.